Hello, English learners! Welcome back to Daily English Talks. I'm Mia, and today I'm going to help you discover one of the most powerful, yet often misunderstood ways to boost your English fluency: practicing speaking English alone. You might wonder, how can I speak better English when there's no one to talk to? It might sound strange, but practicing by yourself is actually one of the most effective habits for improving fluency, building confidence, and preparing yourself for real-life conversations. In this session, I'll guide you step by step through techniques, ideas, and mindset shifts to help you speak better English every day, even when you're by yourself. So, find a quiet space, relax, and let's train together, slowly, clearly, and with purpose. Let's begin by thinking about your everyday environment. You wake up in the morning, maybe you check your phone, brush your teeth, make your breakfast. These simple daily actions are perfect opportunities to practice speaking English. You don't need special tools or a teacher right beside you. You just need to start talking. Start with simple sentences. Say out loud, "I'm brushing my teeth now." "I'm pouring a glass of water." "I feel a bit sleepy, but I'm ready for the day." These small spoken sentences help your brain connect English with your real life. At first, you might feel silly speaking to yourself. That's okay. Everyone feels that way in the beginning. But here's something important. If you can't speak comfortably when you're alone, it will be much harder to speak when someone else is watching or listening. Speaking alone is your safe practice zone. It's where you build confidence, fluency, and natural rhythm. So every time you're alone, walking, cooking, cleaning, thinking, use it as a chance to describe what you're doing in English. Let's practice together. Imagine you are in the kitchen prep, airing a cup of tea. Speak with me. "I am filling the kettle with water. Now I'm turning it on. The water is heating. I can hear the sound. Now I'm choosing a tea bag. I put the tea bag in the cup. The water is boiling now. I pour the hot water into the cup. It smells nice. I will wait a few minutes before drinking." This is not just about vocabulary. It's about thinking in English, using English in real time, and staying present with your words. Speaking alone also helps you explore your own thoughts. Let's say you're thinking about something that happened yesterday. Try to describe it in English. For example, yesterday I met my friend at the park. We walked for an hour and talked about our weekend. She told me about a movie she watched. I want to see it too. After that, I went to the store and bought some fruit. Just imagine telling a friend, but your listener is you. This will help you organize thoughts, use tenses, and practice real conversation-style English on your own terms. Another great technique is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to native English and repeating it immediately out loud. It's like copying the speaker in real time. You can use a short clip, a podcast, or this video itself. Just pause after each sentence and say it yourself. For example, I say, I went to the market this morning. Now you say it. I went to the market this morning. Again, I went to the market this morning. This builds your pronunciation, rhythm, and speed little by little. Now, let's try a full shadowing moment. I will speak slowly, and you will repeat after me. Ready? Today is a beautiful day. I feel relaxed and happy. I'm learning English with Mia. I enjoy speaking English every day. I can improve my fluency with practice. Very good. Repeating like this every day will help you sound more natural and confident. It's also useful to ask yourself questions in English and then answer them aloud. It builds your thinking speed and trains your speaking memory. Try this. What did I eat for breakfast today? Answer. I had toast and eggs. How do I feel right now? I feel calm and focused. What will I do after this video? I will practice more English speaking by myself. Just like that, you're building fluency by connecting real thoughts with real language. You can even go one step deeper and imagine a full conversation. Pretend you are at a coffee shop ordering a drink. Speak both parts. Hi, what would you like to drink? Hi, I'd like a large coffee, please. Would you like milk or sugar? Yes, a little milk and no sugar. Here's your coffee. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Role-playing in this way activates your imagination and prepares you for real interactions. Let's do a mini role-play together now. Repeat after me. Hello, I'd like to buy a ticket to London. Sure, what day would you like to travel? Next Friday, please. Morning or evening train? Morning train is better. That will be £20. Here you go. Thank you. Here's your ticket. Thank you. Have a nice day. Even though you're alone, this kind of daily speaking practice creates muscle memory. It turns passive English into active English. One of the most important things to remember is that fluency comes from doing, not just thinking or reading. So instead of saying to yourself, I should practice more, say it out loud and do it now. I am practicing my English speaking now. I am improving little by little. This positive self-talk keeps you motivated and helps you feel proud of your progress. Another fun idea is storytelling. Pick a simple story from your day and tell it out loud. For example, this morning I missed my bus. I had to wait 15 minutes for the next one. While I waited, I listened to an English podcast. It was about healthy eating habits. When the bus arrived, it was very crowded. I stood near the door and looked out the window. Finally, I reached my stop and walked to work. This kind of narration helps you link events, use past tense, and sound more fluent over time. You can even talk to objects around your house. Look at a chair and say, "This chair is made of wood. It's comfortable and brown. Look at your window. It's sunny outside. I see trees and cars passing by." Speaking about your environment builds your vocabulary and makes English a living part of your world. And remember, mistakes are a sign of progress. Don't wait to speak until you're perfect. Speak now, make mistakes, and learn from them. You don't have to correct every sentence. The goal is to speak more, not perfectly. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Your voice is your best tool. When you speak, you train your tongue, your breath, your thinking, all in English. It's like going to the gym. Every day, even 5 to 10 minutes of speaking can strengthen your fluency muscles. So let's end this part of the practice with a short daily speaking routine. Repeat with me. Good morning. I feel good today. I am learning English step by step. I speak English every day to improve. I enjoy this journey. I believe in myself. Speaking alone helps me become fluent. I am doing my best. I am proud of my progress. Thank you for this moment. Let's take a moment to slow down and think about how your voice feels when you speak English. Do you feel tight? Do you rush your words? Or do you speak gently and with ease? Speaking alone gives you the space to relax your voice, to slow your breath, and to feel each word as it leaves your mouth. When you speak without pressure, your natural rhythm begins to form. Your voice becomes your instrument, and practice is the way you learn to play it with confidence. One simple way to begin speaking more clearly is to stretch your sentences. Instead of just saying, "I'm eating," add more. Say, "I'm eating lunch right now. It's a sandwich with cheese and tomatoes. I made it myself, and it tastes really good." This builds your ability to describe things in more detail, just like native speakers do. You can practice this with anything. Look around and choose one object in your room. Describe it with at least 3 full sentences. For example, "This is my phone. It's black and has a smooth screen. I use it to listen to English podcasts every day." The more you stretch your speech, the more flexible your English becomes. Think of it like stretching your body before exercise. It helps your muscles move more easily. Your English muscles, your tongue, your mouth, your brain also need stretching. Speak slowly. Speak with feeling. Let the words move gently through you. This is not just practice. It's training your fluency to flow. Let's do another spoken warm-up together. You repeat after me, slowly. Today is a new day. I have time to practice. I choose to speak English with confidence. My voice matters. My words are important. I am growing every time I speak. Feel how those words give you energy and calm at the same time. That's the power of speaking to yourself with kindness and presence. Now, let's move into describing your actions with more fluency. If you're sitting, say, I'm sitting on a chair right now, my back is straight, and I'm feeling calm. If you're walking, try, I'm walking down the street. There are trees on my left and shops on my right. If you're cooking, say, I'm cooking dinner. I'm cutting vegetables and the smell is fresh and strong. Each time you describe what you're doing, yad. Our brain builds stronger pathways between thought and language. You might also enjoy keeping a voice journal. This is different from writing in a notebook. A voice journal is simply recording your spoken thoughts on your phone or computer. You can start with just 2 minutes a day. Talk about how your day went, what you did, what you saw, what you thought. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't try to sound perfect. Just speak and listen to yourself. Over time, you'll notice how your sentences become longer, smoother, and more natural. Let's try a short voice journal together. Repeat after me. Today, I woke up early and opened the window. The air was cool and the sky was clear. I made some tea and sat quietly for a few minutes. Then I started my day with some English practice. It feels good to speak out loud. Even when I'm alone, I feel connected to the language. This kind of practice creates fluency through personal storytelling. And the more personal it feels, the more your brain remembers and absorbs. When practicing alone, it also helps to ask yourself deep questions. These are not just yes or no questions, but ones that help you express emotion, opinion, and experience. For example, ask yourself, what does success mean to me? What makes me feel happy? What am I learning from English? Then speak the answers out loud. You might say, success means doing something small every day, even if it's hard. Or, I feel happy when I enjoy the little moments of life. Or, I'm learning patience, focus, and courage through English. This type of speaking builds emotional fluency, which is the ability to speak not just about objects and actions, but about thoughts and feelings. This is the kind of fluency that helps you connect with others in real conversations. And it all starts with connecting to yourself first, in your own kwaya. Ciao voice. Here's another helpful routine. Every evening before bed, spend 3 minutes speaking in English about your day. Start like this. Today I woke up at 7. I went for a walk and saw a bird singing in the tree. Later, I worked on a project and it went well. In the afternoon, I felt tired, but I kept going. Now I'm ready to rest. This closing reflection builds fluency while also helping you end the day in a calm, positive rhythm. And don't forget, music can be your friend too. Try learning the lyrics to a slow English song and singing it out loud. It doesn't matter if your voice isn't perfect. What matters is how the rhythm, melody, and emotion of the words connect to your speech. Singing helps you improve pronunciation, stress, and intonation in a fun and memorable way. If you like reading, you can read out loud every day. Even 5 minutes is powerful. Choose simple stories or articles that interest you. Read slowly, clearly, with feeling. Then, try to summarize what you read in your own words. For example, I read a story about a woman who travels to a new city. She meets new people and learns to speak their language. It reminded me of my own English journey. Reading and then speaking builds comprehension and expressive ability at the same time. Let's do a calm spoken reading exercise now. I'll read a simple paragraph and you'll repeat it after me. Learning English is like growing a garden. You must water it every day with practice. Some days are slow and some days are full of progress. But if you keep showing up, your English will bloom beautifully. Feel the rhythm, feel the meaning, and speak with love for your journey. Lastly, let's talk about mirrors. Yes, a mirror is one of the best speaking tools you have. Look into the mirror and talk to yourself as if you're speaking to a friend. Watch your mouth, your eyes, your expressions. This makes your practice more alive and more real. You can say, "Hey, how was your day?" Then answer, "My day was great. I learned something new in English today." You're not just practicing words. You're building presence, connection, and fluency in the moment. Let's try it now. Imagine you're standing in front of a mirror. Repeat after me. Hi there, it's nice to see you. You've done a great job today. I'm proud of your effort to speak English. You are growing every day. Keep going, you're on the right path. You see? Even simple mirror talks can be powerful coaching moments when done with love and intention. Remember, your voice has power. Even when no one is listening, your words shape your future fluency. Practice alone is not lonely. It's an act of self-care, a conversation between your present self and your future confident self. So keep going, keep speaking, and trust that every word is bringing you closer to the fluent English speaker you are becoming. Let's take a few slow breaths together before we continue. Inhale gently and exhale slowly. One more time. Breathe in peace and breathe out stress. Speaking English, especially alone, is not just a language practice. It's a full mind and body practice. When you slow your breathing, you slow your thoughts. And when your thoughts slow, your English has space to grow. Your sentences become clearer, your voice becomes steadier, and your confidence begins to rise from within. Let's use that calm energy now to describe your surroundings. Look around you, wherever you are right now, and speak gently about what you see. There is a window on my right. The light is soft and natural. I see a table with some books and a glass of water. It's quiet here, and I feel relaxed. When you speak like this, your environment becomes a classroom, and your voice becomes the teacher. You are creating your own peaceful learning space. Now, think about your emotions. How do you feel right now? Maybe you feel peaceful, or maybe you feel uncertain. Whatever it is, speak it out loud. I feel calm and open, or I feel nervous, but I'm willing to try, or I feel proud for showing up today. Speaking your feelings helps you use emotional vocabulary in a safe way. It also reminds you that English is not just about words. It's about expressing your life, your heart, your moments. Let's try this exercise together. I will say a sentence and you will repeat after me. Right now, I am learning. Right now, I am speaking English. Right now, I am proud of myself. Right now, I am not perfect, and that's okay. Right now, I am growing slowly and surely. Feel how these words create a rhythm of calm confidence. This rhythm is the foundation of your fluency. Next, let's talk about imagination. Your imagination is one of your greatest tools for speaking English alone. You can create full situations in your mind and practice speaking as if you're living them. For example, imagine you're checking in at a hotel. Speak the entire conversation out loud. Hello, I have a reservation under the name Mia. Yes, for 2 nights. Can I have a room with a view, please? Thank you. What time is breakfast served? Great. Here's my ID and credit card. Thank you very much. By imagining real-life situations, you prepare your brain for similar moments in the future. Let's try another scenario together. You're at a clothing store. Hi, can you help me find a jacket? I'm looking for something warm but light. Do you have it in blue? Can I try it on? I like it. I'll take it. Do you accept card payments? Thank you. Have a great day. This kind of solo role play is not just fun. It's powerful preparation for real-world confidence. Another helpful tool is describing you or memories out loud. Think of a time you felt happy, even if it was a small moment. Try to describe it in detail in English. For example, last weekend I went to the countryside with my family. We walked along a quiet path and saw a small lake. The sun was warm and the air smelled like flowers and grass. We laughed and took photos together. It was a peaceful and beautiful day. Recalling happy moments like this helps you connect English with joy and comfort, which makes speaking feel easier and more natural. Let's do a memory practice now. Close your eyes for a moment. Think of a nice place you've visited, even if it was many years ago. Now, speak gently about it in English. I remember walking near the ocean. The waves were soft, and the wind was fresh. I felt free and peaceful. I watched the sunset and listened to the sound of the sea. When you bring memory and language together, you create emotional fluency that stays with you longer. And what about your dreams? Speaking about your hopes, your goals, and your future plans is another great solo speaking technique. Try this. One day, I want to travel to an English-speaking country. I want to walk down the street and order coffee in English. I want to meet people and have real conversations without fear. I know that every minute I practice brings me closer to that dream. Speak your future as if it's already happening, and let your words create the path ahead. Now, let's reflect on some spoken patterns you can use every day. These are simple, useful patterns that you can repeat and change to suit your own life. Try saying these with me. I usually wake up at. In the morning, I like to. When I'm alone, I often. Sometimes I feel. I'm learning to. I want to be better at. You can finish these sentences in your own way, and by doing this often, your sentence-building muscles grow stronger and faster. Here's a full example for practice. I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. In the morning, I like to sit with a cup of tea and think quietly. When I'm alone, I often listen to English stories or speak about my plans. Sometimes I feel tired, but I keep practicing because I know it helps. I'm learning to trust myself more. I want to be better at speaking English naturally and clearly. Repeat this kind of personal storytelling every day, even for just 5 minutes, and you'll feel your fluency unfolding gently over time. Speaking English alone is not only about language, it's about discipline, creativity, and self-compassion. You are the coach, the student, and the classroom all in one. Every time you speak to yourself, you show up for your dream of fluency. And this kind of quiet dedication is powerful. It creates results that last far beyond what you can see in the moment. So, as we close this part of our session, let's say a few gentle reminders out loud. Repeat after me. I am learning and I am improving. Every word I speak builds my confidence. My voice is strong and kind. I can practice English anytime, anywhere. Speaking alone helps me prepare for the world. I trust myself more each day. I will continue, no matter how slow the progress feels. This journey is mine, and I'm proud of it. Let's begin this part by talking to yourself in a gentle and encouraging way. This is a powerful mindset tool when practicing English alone. Many learners feel shy or uncomfortable when speaking without someone listening. But what if you imagined you were your own coach? What if you started each speaking session by saying, "I'm proud of myself for showing up today," or "I may feel nervous, but I know this helps me grow." These quiet words of kindness become a part of your voice. They reduce fear and increase fluency because your brain learns to feel safe while using English. Try it with me now. Speak aloud, slowly. I am safe to speak, even when I'm alone. I don't need to be perfect. Speaking English is a skill, and I am practicing that skill every day. I believe in slow progress. I trust my voice. These short, kind affirmations give your practice a strong and peaceful foundation. Just like watering a plant, your fluency will grow with a little care and patience each day. Now let's bring English into the flow of your morning. When you wake up, you can speak softly about what you see and feel. Try saying, "Good morning, today is a new day." The sun is rising outside my window. I feel rested and ready to learn. I'm going to brush my teeth now. I'm making a warm cup of tea. You're not just practicing English, you're blending it into your reality. And that's the secret to real fluency. When English becomes part of your life, not just something you study. Let's imagine a quiet morning routine together. Repeat after me. I woke up at 7 today. The air felt cool and fresh. I stretched my arms and smiled at the new day. Now I'm sitting at the table with my breakfast. I have toast, a banana, and some warm tea. This moment feels peaceful. I will speak English softly while I eat. These words don't have to be perfect or long. They just have to be true to your moment. And with time, your sentences will naturally grow longer and more fluid. You can also use simple "I am" statements to build your fluency and your confidence at the same time. These are powerful because they connect emotion, identity, and practice. Let's try some now. Speak with me. I am learning every day. I am open to mistakes. I am not afraid to speak anymore. I am growing my vocabulary slowly. I am becoming more fluent with each sentence. The more you speak in this rhythm, the more your fluency begins to flow from within. Let's switch to a walking practice now. This is something you can do anytime you're moving through your home or outside on a quiet street. Just speak softly as you walk. I'm walking down the hallway. I see the window on my right. There's a soft light coming in. I hear the sound of birds outside. I'm thinking about what I want to do today. This walking and talking technique is simple, but it keeps your mind and your mouth connected. And that connection is what creates smooth, natural speech. You might also enjoy describing your to-do list out loud. This helps build future tense and structure. Say things like, "Today I'm going to clean my room." "I will study English for 30 minutes." "Later, I plan to call my friend." "Tonight, I will relax and read a book." Even if you're not sure about grammar, just speak what you feel. These sentence patterns will strengthen through repetition. Let's try a mini goal-setting routine together. Speak with me. Today, I will speak English for 10 minutes. I will describe what I'm doing while I cook. I will look in the mirror and practice a conversation. I will repeat sentences from this video out loud. I will not worry about mistakes. I will enjoy the sound of my English voice. These are promises to yourself, gentle goals that support your journey with love and attention. Now, let's do a creative shadowing activity. I'll say a short story, one sentence at a time, and you repeat each line after me slowly. This morning, I walked into my kitchen. The sun was shining through the window. I made a cup of coffee and looked out at the trees. A little bird was sitting on a branch, singing softly. I smiled and said, "Good morning, bird." It was a quiet, happy start to the day. When you speak these kinds of stories out loud, you are training your fluency with rhythm, description, and gentle confidence. Sometimes people think fluency means speaking fast, but real fluency is about speaking with ease, not speed. So take your time. Speak slower than you think you should. Let the words rise naturally, like waves in the sea. Even if your vocabulary is small, your fluency can still be strong. You don't need fancy grammar, you just need real practice and a peaceful rhythm. Let's try another practice moment now. I'll describe a few actions and you repeat each one after me. I'm opening the door. I'm stepping outside. The wind touches my face. I look up and see a soft blue sky. I take a deep breath and feel calm. These simple images help your mind and language move together. And the more you do it, the more your English becomes part of how you live. Let's go a little deeper now. Describe your thoughts aloud. What are you thinking about today? Try this. I'm thinking about my English practice. I wonder if I'm improving. Sometimes I feel stuck, but I remind myself to keep going. Even on slow days, my words matter. I'm grateful for every chance to speak. Expressing your inner world in English builds emotional fluency, and emotional fluency leads to connection. Here's one final exercise for this part of the practice. Repeat this soft, self-motivating script with me. I am doing something important. Speaking English alone makes me stronger. Every sentence I speak creates progress. I'm not waiting for the perfect time. I am practicing now. My English is real, even if it's simple. I trust this process. My voice is my teacher, and I am the student. Together, we are building something beautiful. Let's begin this part with one simple idea that can change your whole approach to English. Speak without judging yourself. Often, the biggest block to fluency is not vocabulary or grammar. It's fear. Fear of sounding wrong. Fear of not knowing enough. But when you speak alone, that fear has no audience. There is no one to impress, no one to criticize. It's just you and your voice, learning to trust each other. Let that be your freedom, not your fear. So the next time you feel unsure, say this out loud. It's okay if I make mistakes. Every time I speak, I get better. My English does not have to be perfect to be useful. My progress is quiet but real. I'm learning, and that is enough for today. Let these words soften the pressure you feel and make space for your fluency to grow gently. Now, let's try something new, speaking about your plans for tomorrow. This gives your brain practice in future tense, and it helps you organize your thinking in English. Try saying, "Tomorrow I will wake up at 7. I plan to go for a walk in the morning. After that, I will work on my English speaking for 15 minutes. In the afternoon, I might call a friend or read a book. At night, I'll relax and listen to some calming music." Even simple plans like these give your language a structure to follow. Let's do a daily plan routine together. Repeat after me. Tomorrow, I want to speak more English. I will practice talking about my day. I will describe what I see around me. I will use short sentences with confidence. Even if I don't know every word, I will keep speaking. I will not give up because every day brings me closer to fluency. These spoken promises to yourself can help keep your practice alive and meaningful. You can also build fluency by describing imaginary situations. Think of a place you want to visit and describe it as if you're already there. For example, I'm walking through a quiet street in Paris. The buildings are old and beautiful. I smell fresh bread from a bakery nearby. I stop and buy a croissant. I sit by the window and watch people pass by. This kind of imaginative speaking builds vocabulary, emotion, and confidence all at once. Now let's take it a step further. Imagine a conversation with someone new. You meet a friendly person while traveling. Try it with me. Hi, my name is Mia. What's your name? Where are you from? I'm learning English and trying to practice every day. Do you live around here? What do you like to do in your free time? This kind of role play builds natural rhythm and prepares you for real connections. And when you're alone, you can speak both sides of the conversation. Hi, I'm Mia. Nice to meet you, Mia. I'm Alex. Where are you from, Alex? I'm from Toronto. And you? I'm from Lahore. I've been learning English for 1 year. That's great! Your English sounds really good. Even just 5 minutes of this kind of practice each day makes a big difference in your fluency journey. Let's take a pause now and breathe into your progress. Inhale gently, exhale slowly, and repeat after me. I am doing the work. I am practicing English in my own time, in my own way. Speaking alone helps me find my voice. My voice matters. My English is a part of who I am becoming. Let those words stay with you. They are the truth of your progress, even if it feels quiet and slow. Another great way to practice is by telling stories from your past. Think of a moment from your childhood, a family memory, a trip, or something funny that happened last week. And try to tell that story out loud in English. Even if you don't remember all the words, just try. For example, when I was a child, I loved visiting my grandmother. She had a garden with flowers and fruit trees. We would sit outside and drink tea together. She told me stories, and I listened for hours. These soft-spoken memories connect emotion and expression in a way that helps your English become alive. Try this with me now. Repeat after me. I remember a day at the beach with my family. The sun was warm and the water was cool. We played in the sand and ate sweet fruit. I laughed a lot and felt happy and free. It's a good memory. Speaking like this builds your emotional vocabulary and trains your fluency with real-life rhythm. If you enjoy technology, you can also talk to your phone's voice recorder. Record your voice every day for just 2 minutes. Then listen back with kindness, not judgment. You will hear your real progress over time. You might notice clearer pronunciation, longer sentences, or smoother pacing. You can even keep a voice diary and label your recordings by date. Over weeks and months, this will become a beautiful record of your growing confidence. Let's try a sample voice diary entry now. August 7th. Today I practiced speaking about my morning routine. I described what I saw outside my window. I also talked about my plans for tomorrow. I felt nervous at first, but I kept going. After 5 minutes, I started to feel more relaxed. I'm proud of myself for practicing today. I will try again tomorrow. Speaking and recording like this can become a peaceful daily ritual that feeds your fluency gently and with care. And don't forget to mix your practice styles. One day you can focus on storytelling, another day on shadowing a video like this, another day on roleplay, imagination, or describing your surroundings. This variety keeps your brain engaged and your motivation strong. It also helps you discover which activities make you feel most connected to your English. Before we close this part, Let's go through a soft speaking flow that combines many of the techniques we've explored. Repeat after me. I wake up and speak gently to myself. I describe my room and how I feel. I make tea and talk about my plans for the day. I speak about a memory from last year. I imagine a conversation with a kind person. I record my voice and listen with care. I trust my practice even when no one hears me. Because I know my voice matters and I am becoming fluent, one soft word at a time. Let's begin this part by remembering something simple. Fluency is not just a language skill, it's a habit, a daily practice that doesn't have to be long or complicated. If you can speak one sentence today, you can speak two tomorrow. If you spoke for 5 minutes yesterday, you can speak for 6 today. Little by little, your fluency will stretch, grow, and flow more naturally, but only if you stay with it, gently, one day at a time. Now, let's turn to one of the most beautiful ways to build fluency, describing nature. Nature gives us soft words, calm moments, and plenty to observe. Try this with me. I see the sky. It's light blue with soft clouds. There's a tree outside my window with green leaves. A small bird is resting on a branch. The air is warm and still. I hear the sound of wind moving through the trees. These descriptions are peaceful, real, and easy to connect with. You can do this whenever you go for a walk, sit near a window, or just step outside for a few minutes. Now close your eyes and imagine a quiet park. Walk through it in your mind and speak softly. I'm walking along a path surrounded by trees. I hear birds and distant footsteps. There's a bench near the fountain, and I sit down. The air smells like earth and flowers. I close my eyes and listen to the sound of water. Speaking in this slow, descriptive way allows your brain to form stronger connections between thought, language, and rhythm. Let's add emotional language now. I feel calm when I walk in nature. It clears my mind and opens my heart. Even when I'm alone, I feel connected to something bigger. I feel inspired to speak English here. It feels easy and natural in this peaceful moment. These small emotional reflections help you speak more from the heart, not just from the brain. Now, let's shift into another deeply effective practice, asking reflective questions. These are questions you ask yourself, not for quick answers, but to explore your thoughts. For example, what makes me feel strong? Why do I want to learn English? What part of English speaking feels easy for me? What part still feels difficult? What does fluency mean to me? Speak your answers out loud, gently and honestly. The goal is not to be right, but to explore, discover, and grow. Let's try a soft reflection together. Repeat after me. I want to learn English so I can express myself more fully. I dream of speaking with people from around the world. I want to feel free in conversations without fear. Fluency for me means comfort, confidence, and connection. Even when I speak alone, I feel myself becoming more fluent every day. You can also turn your attention to the past. Think about a difficult moment in your life and speak gently about it. For example, last year was challenging for me. I felt lost and unsure at times. But I learned a lot about myself. I discovered that I'm stronger than I thought. Even in hard moments, I found ways to keep going. This kind of vulnerable speaking, even when done alone, helps you process language with depth. It connects emotion, memory, and meaning. And this kind of connection makes English truly your own. Here's another solo practice idea. Pick a topic you enjoy, like food, movies, travel, or books, and just talk about it freely. For example, I love cooking. It relaxes me. One of my favorite meals is spicy rice with vegetables. I enjoy using fresh garlic and lemon juice. When I cook, I often listen to music or podcasts. It's a way for me to slow down and take care of myself. Speaking about your passions brings energy into your voice, which makes your English sound more alive, more natural, and more personal. Let's do a short passion practice together. Choose something you love and repeat after me. I love reading stories before bed. It helps my mind settle and rest. I enjoy books about nature, love, and quiet adventures. Sometimes I read in English to improve my vocabulary. When I read out loud, I feel more connected to the words. You can create many sessions like this by choosing a topic you care about and speaking for just 5 minutes. Even 2 minutes is enough to plant seeds of fluency. Another technique that can be helpful is using sentence starters. These are small, flexible phrases you can begin with, then complete in your own way. Try these with me. I often think about. Lately, I've been feeling. One thing I want to learn is. If I had more time, I would. Something I'm grateful for is. You don't need a script. Just start speaking. Let your ideas unfold slowly. It's okay to pause, restart, or say the same thing twice. That's part of learning to think and speak naturally in English. Let's use those starters now for a quick speaking flow. Repeat and complete each one out loud. I often think about my future. Lately, I've been feeling more confident with my speaking. One thing I want to learn is how to sound more natural in daily conversations. If I had more time, I would practice speaking outside during walks. Something I'm grateful for is my motivation to keep learning. Each time you do this, you're developing fluency, memory, and expression all at once. And remember, you can speak English in moments that seem too small to matter. Brushing your teeth, washing dishes, folding laundry, walking to the store. You can say things like, "I'm brushing my teeth now. I'm thinking about what I'll wear today. This shirt feels soft. I like the color blue. The street is quiet this morning." These soft whispers of English become part of your life rhythm. They make English not just a subject, but a part of your daily voice. Let's practice some small moment sentences now. Repeat after me. I'm opening the fridge. I see apples, eggs, and a bottle of milk. I take out a yogurt and grab a spoon. I sit at the table and start eating slowly. I feel calm and I'm thinking about today's goals. These ordinary actions, when spoken out loud, become extraordinary practice tools. They're simple, yes, but powerful when done with care and presence. So many learners ask, "How can I stay motivated when I'm alone?" And the answer is this: connect your practice to meaning. Don't practice just to be correct. Practice to express, to grow, to feel your own strength. You are not learning English to pass a test. You are learning it to express your story, to connect with others, and to open your world. That purpose is strong, and it will carry you even on days when you feel unsure. Before we end this part, let's return to a soft, slow closing flow. Repeat after me. I am here. I am learning. Even when I'm alone, I am making progress. My voice is gentle but strong. My fluency is growing in every small moment. I trust the process, even when it feels slow. I speak English because I care about expressing myself. I am doing something powerful, and I will continue tomorrow. Let's start this part with a moment of quiet. Take a soft breath in and slowly breathe out. Now, speak to yourself kindly as you would to a friend who's learning something new. Say this out loud. I am patient with myself. I know that learning a language takes time. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep showing up. This gentle mindset is your foundation. It holds you steady when your motivation feels low, and it lifts you when you feel unsure. Today, let's go deeper into storytelling. Stories are how humans have always shared experiences, connected across time, and made sense of their world. You can use storytelling to grow your English fluency even when no one is listening. Start with a simple memory. Choose something small and personal, maybe a meal you enjoyed, a walk you took, or a moment of joy or surprise. Then speak it aloud, as if telling a friend. Let's try it now. Last Friday, I walked to my favorite café in the morning. It was quiet and the air felt fresh. I ordered a cup of coffee and sat by the window. While I sipped, I watched people passing by on the street. I felt peaceful, and I thought about my goals. It was a short moment, but it felt special. These kinds of stories help you express your thoughts, build past tense fluency, and bring your voice closer to real conversation style. You can build your story skills by using simple question prompts like, "Where were you? What did you see? What did you hear? What did you feel? What happened next?" Use those questions as guides and speak slowly. You don't need to get everything right. Just speak with honesty and calm. Try this one now. A few months ago, I visited a friend's home for dinner. She cooked rice and vegetables, and the smell filled the kitchen. We talked for hours and shared stories from our childhood. I laughed a lot and felt really relaxed. It reminded me how good it feels to connect with others. Moments like these are perfect for daily speaking practice. You can also make up stories if you want to build your imagination and vocabulary. Pretend you're in a new city or on a train going somewhere you've never been. Describe what you see, what you're thinking, and how you feel. For example, I'm on a train heading through the mountains. The sun is rising and the sky is pink and gold. There are trees and rivers outside my window. A woman next to me is reading a book. I feel calm and excited for the day ahead. Imagining and speaking like this expands your comfort with English in creative ways. Now, let's talk a little about internal conversation. This is when you speak quietly in your mind and then repeat it aloud. For example, when you're walking to the kitchen, think, "I'm walking slowly. I'm feeling tired but relaxed. I want something to eat." Then speak it out loud. "I'm walking to the kitchen. I'm opening the fridge. I'm thinking about making something simple." This inner to outer speaking is a strong fluency practice. It builds connection between your thoughts and your voice. Another way to grow your confidence is to ask and answer your own questions out loud. Like this: "What did I do today?" "I went to the store and bought some vegetables." "What did I see there?" "I saw apples, oranges, and fresh spinach." "Did I speak to anyone?" "Yes, I greeted the cashier and said thank you." These self-conversations are powerful for building fluency in natural English patterns. Let's practice one together. I'll ask and you answer out loud. "What time did you wake up today?" "What did you do in the morning?" "Did you speak any English before this video?" "How are you feeling right now?" Just answer honestly, slowly, and gently. These aren't tests. They're invitations to speak and be heard, even if only by yourself. You can also pretend you're giving someone advice in English. Imagine a friend is feeling nervous about learning a new language and you want to encourage them. Try saying, "You don't have to be perfect. It's okay to speak slowly. You're doing great by practicing every day. Mistakes are how we grow. Be proud of every word you speak." And then imagine your friend replying, "Thank you. That really helped me. This kind of pretend exchange trains your fluency with kindness and empathy, and it helps your own mindset too. Let's go through a repeat after me session focused on self-belief. Say it with me. I am learning English in my own time. I believe in slow and steady progress. My English doesn't need to be perfect to be powerful. I speak every day, even if just for a few minutes. My voice is becoming more confident. I am proud of the effort I give. I trust that fluency is growing, even if I can't see it yet. Let your voice carry those words into your day. Let them stay with you. Another technique you can try is describing dreams, whether they're real dreams you had while sleeping or dreams about your future life. This builds your ability to use different tenses and imagine in English. Try this example. Last night I dreamed I was walking through a quiet city at night. The streets were empty and everything was lit with soft yellow light. I felt peaceful and alone, but not afraid. Or, one day I dream of visiting New York. I want to walk in Central Park, see the city lights, and talk to people in English. I want to order food, ask for directions, and feel free to speak without fear. These dreams, whether from your sleep or your heart, are powerful fuel for language. Speak them often. Speak them slowly. Speak them with your full voice. Before we close this section, let's return to a short, relaxing practice round. Repeat after me, one line at a time. Today, I spoke English, and I am proud of that. I used my voice even when it felt uncertain. I am not waiting for someone else to give me permission. I am my own teacher. I am my own encourager. Fluency is being built with every quiet moment I practice. My journey is real, my effort is real, and my voice is real. Let's begin this next part with a soft reminder. Your fluency is not measured by how many words you know, but by how easily you can use the words you already have. And that ease comes from repetition, gentle use, and trust in your own voice. Every time you speak, even when you're alone, you're shaping your English voice. You're teaching your brain to choose words more quickly, to build sentences more smoothly, and to feel calm while speaking. So right now, let's take a deep breath and speak softly with me. I am learning to speak with ease. I don't need to rush. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to practice every day. My English is already part of me, and it becomes clearer every time I use it. These phrases are simple, but they train your mindset, and mindset is what keeps your voice strong when you feel alone. Let's now focus on repetition as a tool. Repeating the same sentence in different ways builds confidence. You can take one basic sentence and say it 3, 4, even 5 times with small changes. For example, I like walking in the evening. In the evening, I like to take a walk. Sometimes I walk for 20 minutes after dinner. Walking helps me clear my mind. I feel peaceful when I walk in the fresh air. From just one idea, you've created many chances to practice. This trains your fluency in real-time thought building. Let's try it now with a different sentence. Start with this. I enjoy listening to music. Repeat with changes. Listening to music helps me relax. I listen to music while I clean the house. Sometimes I choose soft music when I study. Music makes my day feel lighter. Now you try one more round with your own topic. Choose something simple, like tea or walking or reading, and speak 5 different sentences around it. You can also practice this with your past routine. Take one day, like yesterday, and describe it step by step. Yesterday, I woke up at 7 a.m. I had toast and tea for breakfast. Then I studied English for 20 minutes. In the afternoon, I did some cleaning around the house. Later, I watched a movie and relaxed before bed. Each time you describe your day, you give your brain a chance to organize thoughts, remember grammar naturally, and connect language to memory. Let's practice a full daily description together. Repeat after me. Today I woke up a little later than usual. I took a shower and made some coffee. I opened my window and felt the cool morning air. I watched the street outside and saw people walking to work. After that, I sat down and listened to this English video. Now I'm speaking along with Mia and practicing my fluency. When you speak like this, you're not just practicing, you're creating new English memories in your real life. Another practice technique is to speak with different emotions. Try saying one sentence in a calm way, then in an excited way, then with a little sadness or joy. For example, I'm going to the park. Say it calmly. I'm going to the park. Then with joy, I'm going to the park. Then with tiredness, I'm going to the park. Emotion changes tone, speed, and energy, and training your voice with emotion helps you sound more human, more expressive, and more fluent. Let's try some emotional speaking together. Repeat each line with feeling. I'm so happy to be learning English. Sometimes I feel tired, but I still try. I'm proud of my progress, even if it's slow. I feel excited when I speak full sentence. Sen. Sometimes I feel nervous, but I know it's okay. Your voice becomes more natural the more you allow it to carry emotion. Don't be afraid to sound like yourself. That's how native speakers talk, through emotion, not just grammar. You can also talk about your values, what matters most to you. Speaking about your values helps build vocabulary around personality, beliefs, and personal connection. Try saying, I care about honesty. I believe in kindness and patience. I want to help others when I can. Family is important to me. I try to be a good listener and a good friend. When you speak about what you truly care about, your English becomes more meaningful and easier to remember. Let's take a moment for some value-based practice. Repeat after me. I want to speak English so I can connect with people. I want to understand other cultures. I believe in small daily practice. I respect people who try, even when it's difficult. I believe that effort is more important than perfection. These kinds of sentences not only build fluency, they also connect your language learning to your identity, and that makes it stronger, deeper, and longer lasting. Now, let's talk briefly about silence. Yes, silence is part of speaking practice too. When you pause before speaking, you give your brain time to prepare. When you pause during speaking, you give your listener space to understand. And when you pause after speaking, you give yourself a moment to reflect. Speaking alone allows you to learn the rhythm of silence. It's not something to fear. It's part of your fluency flow. Let's try that now. Repeat each line after a small pause. I'm speaking slowly today. Pause. I'm letting my words flow without stress. Pause. I don't need to rush. Pause. Silence is not a mistake, it's space. Pause. My English breathes with me. Pause. This kind of soft speaking, with space and silence, helps you sound more natural, more present, more fluent in real conversation. Another simple and effective habit is setting a timer for your speaking practice. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes of describing your room, your thoughts, your plans, or your memories. 5 minutes of speaking as if someone is listening, even if they're not. That small practice, done daily, will build strength and confidence faster than hours of passive study. Let's prepare for a sample 5-minute session now. I'll guide you through a possible flow. Start by saying your name and how you feel today. Describe what you're wearing and where you are sitting. Talk about one thing you plan to do today. Tell a short story from last week. Ask yourself a question and answer it out loud. Finish with a few gentle words of encouragement to yourself. Try this after the video ends, and notice how peaceful it feels to speak freely without pressure. Before we pause here, let's close this section with another gentle affirmation practice. Repeat each sentence softly with your own breath and voice. I am building fluency every time I speak. I am stronger than my doubt. I am growing slowly, steadily, and surely. My English is becoming part of my daily life. Speaking alone helps me hear myself clearly. I trust this process and I will keep going. Let's continue by gently reminding ourselves that speaking alone is not a second choice. It is not a less valuable practice. In fact, It's one of the most honest ways to train your fluency. There is no pressure to perform, no fear of being corrected, and no need to impress anyone. It's just you, your thoughts, and your voice, working together, learning how to move smoothly through English sentences, softly, calmly, with care. One powerful practice is to reflect on a challenge you've overcome, even something small, like trying a new recipe, finishing a task you didn't feel like doing, or choosing to stay calm during a stressful moment. These everyday challenges give you stories to speak, and every story you tell strengthens your ability to express in English. Try this now. Think of something you did that was hard for you, and speak it slowly. Last week, I didn't want to study, but I did it anyway. I sat down, took a deep breath, and played an English video. At first I felt distracted, but after a few minutes I focused. By the end, I felt proud of myself. That small moment reminded me that I can do hard things. This is not just English practice. This is fluency through self-awareness. Another way to build natural speaking flow is to connect English with small habits. For example, every time you drink water, say a sentence aloud. I'm drinking a glass of water. It feels cool and refreshing. I like the sound of water being poured. These are quiet, private habits, but they create powerful fluency gains. Your English becomes a part of your daily rhythm, like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes. Let's do a soft speaking habit example together. I wake up and stretch my body. I say good morning to myself in English. I drink some water and describe how it tastes. I open the window and say what I see outside. I thank myself for choosing to speak, even for just a few minutes. These small habits, repeated daily, will build your fluency stronger than you can imagine. And don't forget, one of the most natural ways to train fluency is to speak about your future. It gives you hope, structure, and practical sentence building. Try speaking about your goals, your dreams, your next steps. For example, next week I plan to review new vocabulary words. I want to be able to speak about my job in English. Someday I'd like to attend an English-speaking event or group. I dream of traveling and using English to make real connections. When you speak your future, you prepare your voice to live in it. Let's try a future-focused flow together. Repeat after me. Next month, I want to speak English more confidently. I will practice 5 minutes every day. I will talk about my day, my plans, and my feelings. I will record my voice once a week to hear my progress. I will keep going even when I feel tired. Because my fluency is built by small daily actions, and I am willing to take those steps. When you speak alone, you are also practicing something deeper. You are learning how to become your own supporter, your own guide. your own voice of belief. This is something powerful. Instead of waiting for someone else to practice with, you create your own space, your own time, and your own voice. That kind of strength will help you in every area of your life, not just English. You can also use your solo practice time to rehearse real conversations. Think about a situation you often experience in your native language and imagine doing it in English. For example, buying groceries. Hello, I'd like a bag of rice, please. How much does this cost? Do you accept cards? Thank you. Have a great day. Rehearsing these moments out loud prepares your mouth, your memory, and your confidence for real situations. Let's walk through another one together. Imagine you're checking into a hotel. Repeat after me. Hello, I have a reservation under the name Mia. Yes, for 3 nights. Is breakfast included? Great, what time is checkout? Can I pay with my credit card? Thank you. I'm looking forward to my stay. Practicing like this turns your fear of speaking into familiarity, and fluency grows from familiarity. You can also describe problems and solutions aloud. This is a great way to prepare for unexpected moments. For example, my phone battery is low and I forgot my charger. I need to ask someone if they have a charger I can borrow. Excuse me, do you have a phone charger I could use for a few minutes? Mine just died and I need to make a quick call. Practicing these phrases now means you'll be ready when the moment comes. Here's another scenario. You're lost in a city and need help. Speak it with me. Excuse me, I think I'm lost. Can you help me find the train station? I'm looking for the red line going north. Is it far from here? Thank you so much for your help. Speaking real-world English by yourself is not just practice, it's preparation for freedom. And if you want to go deeper, try combining emotion, situation, and reflection into one soft monologue. Something like this. Today, I had a long day at work. I felt a little tired, but I reminded myself to speak some English before bed. I'm proud that I'm showing up for myself, even in small ways. This journey is personal, and I know it's not always fast, but I can feel myself growing. And that makes me want to keep going. These kinds of slow, meaningful reflections build not only fluency, but emotional connection to your language. To end this part, let's try another gentle shadowing round. Repeat with calm focus. My English voice is growing stronger. Even if no one hears me, I hear myself. I speak with patience and trust. I practice in small moments throughout the day. Fluency is not about speed, it's about presence. And I am showing up word by word. Speaking alone is not lonely, it is powerful. Because I am choosing to believe in myself. Let's begin this part with a gentle reminder to yourself that fluency is not something that suddenly appears. It is something that grows quietly beneath your voice. with every sentence you speak, with every mistake you forgive, with every moment you keep going when no one is watching. Speaking English alone is not about proving anything to others. It's about proving to yourself that you are willing to build your own voice step by step, day by day. Right now, I want you to think about a small act of care you've done for yourself recently. Maybe you cooked a healthy meal, or got some extra rest, or simply paused to take a deep breath. Now speak about it. Yesterday, I made a warm bowl of soup for dinner. I added garlic, ginger, and fresh vegetables. The smell was comforting, and I felt calm while cooking. It was a simple moment, but it helped me slow down. Speaking from memory in this way connects language to peace, not pressure. Another solo practice that can help you feel connected is to describe something beautiful. Beauty doesn't have to be grand. It can be soft, silent, and ordinary, like a candle, a shadow on the wall, the steam rising from a cup of tea. Let's try now. I'm looking at a candle on my table. The flame moves gently. The light touches the wall with a warm glow. It's quiet, and I feel still. Speaking with beauty in mind softens your voice and strengthens your fluency without effort. You can also practice speaking about love, not romance necessarily, but what you love in your life. For example, I love quiet mornings with tea and soft music. I love the smell of fresh bread. I love the sound of rain when I'm resting at home. I love how peaceful it feels when I speak English slowly and freely. When you speak about what you love, your words carry more meaning, and that meaning helps your memory hold on to the L. Engage longer. Let's try a what I love practice together. Repeat after me. I love feeling the sun on my face in the morning. I love hearing my own voice grow more confident. I love the stillness of practicing alone. I love this quiet time I give to myself. I love knowing that I am improving even when it feels invisible. I love the freedom that comes with finding my own rhythm in English. These are not just sentences. They are acts of connection between you and your learning journey. Another beautiful way to speak when you're alone is to talk about your inner world. Your thoughts, your ideas, your memories, your dreams. Not every sentence needs to be logical or planned. You can simply let your thoughts rise and turn them into English one by one. For example, right now I'm thinking about my future. I wonder where I'll live one day. I imagine myself walking into a bookstore and asking for help in English. I feel nervous thinking about it, but also excited. I want to be brave in that moment. Let's go deeper into a dream reflection together. Repeat softly. One day, I want to speak without fear. I want to meet someone new and introduce myself with ease. I want to share stories and ask questions naturally. I want to speak with joy, not just with effort. And I believe this dream is real because I'm working toward it now. Dreams like this are not far away. Every time you speak alone, you are building the bridge that leads you there. You can also speak about values you're learning through English itself. For example, I'm learning patience because fluency takes time. I'm learning discipline because I show up even when I feel tired. I'm learning creativity because I speak to myself in many different ways. I'm learning courage because I face my fear of speaking every day. These truths are part of your voice now. Let them rise in your practice. Let's repeat these values aloud together. I am patient with my learning. I am consistent with my voice. I am open to learning from mistakes. I am creative in how I practice. I am brave in choosing to speak, even when I'm alone. Let these words hold you like a warm light as you move through your practice sessions. Another peaceful habit is to end your day with a short English reflection, just a few sentences before bed. Today, I practiced speaking for 10 minutes. I learned how to describe my lunch and my evening walk. I felt nervous at first, but it became easier with each word. I'm proud of myself for not giving up. Tomorrow, I will try again. This gentle closing helps you sleep with confidence, knowing you are on the path. Let's speak a soft bedtime reflection now. Repeat after me. I did my best today. I spoke when it felt uncomfortable. I showed up for my English practice with honesty. I made small progress that will grow tomorrow. I'm learning to trust my voice, and I'm thankful for that. Good night, voice. I'll speak with you again soon. These small conversations with yourself are like watering the roots of a plant. The results will come, but first, grow gently from within. Before we close this part, take one more soft breath with me and repeat slowly. I am not behind. I am not failing. I am not weak. I am learning step by step. I am practicing from the heart. I am building something strong and real, and I am proud to be doing this alone. Let's begin again with presence. Take a moment to notice the space around you, and then notice the space within you. Feel your breath, feel your voice, feel your quiet willingness to keep going. Speaking English alone is more than a language habit. It's an act of self-respect. It means you are choosing to show up for your dreams, even when there's no audience. That kind of commitment is rare, and it deserves to be honored. Now, let's bring your voice into motion with something simple and true. Repeat softly after me. I am here right now, learning English with my own voice. I am calm, I am open, I am present. My English is not perfect, but it is real. I speak because I want to grow. I speak because I believe in my future self. These small affirmations are like gentle footsteps. They carry you forward even when the path feels slow. Let's shift now to a helpful practice that builds your fluency from the inside out. It's the technique of rephrasing. That means taking one idea and saying it in different ways. This trains your flexibility and teaches your brain that there are many paths to expression. Let's try this idea together. I feel tired, but I want to keep going. Now rephrase it. Even though I'm tired, I'll try to practice. I'm not full of energy, but I'm still here. I don't feel strong right now, but I'm committed to this. This skill is so important in conversations. It helps you stay in English, even when the exact words you want don't appear immediately. Let's practice again with another idea. I want to speak English more fluently. Rephrase it with me. My goal is to speak English with more ease. I hope to feel more natural when I talk. I want to express my thoughts smoothly in English. I'm working toward better fluency each day. The more you practice flexibility like this, the less stuck you'll feel in real-life situations. You can also do this with questions and answers. Let's say someone asks you, "Why are you learning English?" You can answer in many ways. I want to travel and connect with people. I want to grow professionally and open more opportunities. I love the sound of English and want to speak it well. I want to understand movies, songs, and stories without subtitles. By practicing different answers alone, you prepare yourself for natural conversations in the future. Now let's turn to a powerful practice called inner coaching. This is when you speak to yourself like a guide, a friend, or a mentor. Try saying, "You're doing really well, even if it doesn't feel like it. You've come so far already. You don't need to rush. You're learning in your own time. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. Keep going, even when it's hard, because it will be worth it." Speaking to yourself in this way turns your practice space into a place of kindness, not pressure. Let's do a mini inner coaching session right now. Repeat after me. You showed up today, and that's enough. You chose to speak, even though no one asked you to. You're building something beautiful, word by word. You don't need permission to grow. You already are. Your effort matters. You matter. Speaking this way fills your learning with purpose and warmth, and that makes fluency easier to carry. Now, let's revisit the simple practice of narrating your actions. You can do this throughout your day. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm picking up my phone to check the time. I'm walking to the kitchen to drink some water. I'm thinking about what I'll have for dinner. I'm looking out the window at the rain. These quiet moments are your practice opportunities. You don't need a textbook. You just need to describe your life as it happens. You can also add intention to your narration, like this. I'm putting on my shoes because I want to go for a walk. I'm drinking tea to relax before I study. I'm listening to my voice because it helps me feel grounded. These small additions add depth to your practice and allow you to move from simple words to full thoughts with emotion and purpose. Let's do another real-life example together. I'm in my room, sitting on a soft chair. I'm holding my phone and listening to this English practice. I'm repeating the sentences out loud, slowly and clearly. I'm feeling more confident with every word I speak. I'm proud of myself for making time today. Speaking this way builds mindfulness, presence, and fluency all at once. Another beautiful habit is creating English rituals. A ritual can be as simple as saying the same sentence every time you start your practice, like, I'm ready to learn. I open my heart to English. This is my time to grow. Or ending each session with, I did well today. Thank you, voice. See you again tomorrow. Rituals bring rhythm to your practice, and rhythm leads to fluency. Let's try one now. Repeat after me. This is my voice, and I'm listening to it grow. This is my time, and I'm using it well. This is my journey, and I am walking it with care. This is my language, and I'm learning to live in it. I don't need to rush, I just need to speak. Let those words settle into you like music, soft, steady, and full of quiet power. Before we pause here, let's close with a gentle self-conversation. You speak both sides. Hi, how are you feeling today? I'm a little tired, but I'm okay. Did you practice English? Yes, I listened to a video and repeated many sentences. That's great. Are you proud of yourself? Yes, I showed up. That's what matters. You see, you don't need anyone else to practice a conversation, just your willingness to speak and your courage to keep going. Let's begin the final part of this journey with one deep breath and a simple truth. You made it this far because something inside you believes in growth, in change, in becoming fluent, even when it feels quiet and slow. Speaking English alone is not a shortcut. It's a quiet revolution. You are creating your voice in a new language with your own time, your own space, and your own strength. That is powerful. That is enough. Let's take a moment to celebrate your effort. Speak softly with me. I've spent time with my voice. See today. I've repeated sentences that once felt too difficult. I've spoken about my life, my thoughts, and my feelings in English. I didn't wait for someone else to teach me. I taught myself. And that is something to be proud of. Every word you've spoken is a seed, and one day you will look back and see how far those seeds have grown. Now let's return to the core habit, speaking your daily life out loud. It's simple, but it changes everything. Say what you see. Say what you feel. Say what you're doing, even when no one is listening. especially when no one is listening. Fluency grows not from performance, but from presence. Let's do a quiet practice together. I'm sitting on my bed with a notebook beside me. I'm listening carefully and repeating each sentence with care. Outside, I hear a few soft sounds. Inside, I feel peaceful. I am fully here. You can also make your own sentences from scratch now. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Just speak. I like this moment. I'm learning slowly. I feel more connected to English than I did before. I want to keep going. I will keep going. These are not just phrases. They are promises to yourself. And promises become habits when you repeat them daily, gently, with love. Sometimes you may wonder, is this really helping me? And the answer is yes. Even if you don't feel it today, even if your sentences are short, even if you stumble or forget words, you are creating a new space inside yourself where English lives, not as a subject, but as a voice, your voice. And every time you speak, you step more fully into that voice. Now let's speak a final full reflection together. Repeat each line with presence and purpose. I have learned to speak with myself. I have learned to trust the sound of my English. I have learned that fluency can begin in silence. I no longer wait for permission. I practice because I believe in growth. My mistakes are part of the rhythm. My voice is becoming clear, soft, and confident. This is my journey, and I am walking it with care. Let's gently review some of the solo fluency techniques we've explored together. You can talk about your daily routine, describe your surroundings, reflect on your feelings, rephrase simple ideas in new ways, create imaginary conversations, tell stories from your past, speak about your future goals, use shadowing, record voice diaries, practice with silence, and finish each session with gentle affirmations. These are your tools, your techniques, your quiet path to fluency. Even when you don't speak perfectly, even when your words feel slow or uncertain, remember this. You are showing up, and that is the most important part. Not perfection, not speed, not memorization, but presence and practice and love for the process. So let's close this practice with one last round of soft affirmations. Speak them slowly. Let them land fully. I am doing something powerful by speaking alone. I trust my voice more every day. I know that small practice creates big change. My English is already good enough to grow. I am not just learning English. I am becoming someone new. I am brave. I am steady. And I am ready to continue. Now, Place one hand on your heart and say these final words. Thank you, voice, for staying with me. Thank you, practice, for shaping my fluency. Thank you, self, for not giving up. I'll see you again tomorrow. You've done something beautiful, Todd. You've spent time with your own voice. You've grown your English from the inside out. And tomorrow, when you speak again, your words will come just a little bit easier, a little bit softer, a little bit stronger. Keep going. I believe in you.